Hey everybody, good morning. I just wanted to spend a quick minute here following a phone call I had just a moment ago. I had a prospective buyer call and inform me that they wanted some information about a property, which I was happy to give them because it was obviously my listing. And then it turns out that they were not that interested in that property. However, they had said that they only will call the listing agent and that they're going to get a better deal if they do that. And I made the attempt to trying to educate them that in fact that is very incorrect, and probably one of the worst things, at least in my opinion, they can do is simply just call the listing agent. Those of us that are in the industry, we know that the call answer rate from our peers and others in the business are notoriously low. So if you're a consumer and you're looking for information, whether it's just driving around, calling off the sign, looking online, and reaching out to the listing agent, oftentimes you're going to find yourself not getting the greatest level of service. Secondly, and something that folks don't really think about, is that when you call the listing agent does not have a relationship with you as the consumer, whereas they do with the persons who have the listing itself in their yard. We have, as a listing agent, a fiduciary responsibility to the seller, of course, to try to bring a buyer, but also most importantly to represent the seller. So some of the common, I think, misconceptions that people have is that, I can save a lot of money if I call a listing agent directly. I'm cutting a middleman out of the process, but in fact, really, you're doing yourself a disservice. I always feel, and I still to this day feel, that even though we have the option to do dual agency where we can both represent a buyer and a seller, I don't think it's in the best interest personally of the buyer to have representation primarily to the seller, which is what happens if you just simply call the sign. You are much better off to have somebody looking out solely for your best interest, for your own representation, to freely and negotiate for you. As a buyer, you don't pay any commission. It's actually paid for by the seller. It's pre-negotiated, so you don't really have the ability to just negotiate money off because you're the buyer agent. Again, that's kind of one of the most common objections that were given, but it couldn't be further from the truth. When it comes to fair and open negotiations, if you're calling the listing agent, again, they have that primary responsibility is to the seller. If you come in and you make an offer, we're oftentimes put in an awkward situation to try to negotiate fairly for the seller and then also for you. Certainly do not recommend that at all. You're always better off to call a brand new agent, somebody who can solely represent you, that does not represent the seller, and let them earn your business. The more that you share, whether it's for likes and dislikes, and thoughts and feelings, it's going to help that agent be more responsive for you, be able to create a custom search for you, to be able to look out for you during the point in time when they're with other clients out looking at homes. These are all things that are in your best interest and not the seller's best interest when you call the listing agent. Again, you're better to find somebody who can just simply go to work for you, negotiate fairly for you, and give you the best level of service at no charge, and learn what your needs are. You get better value, better service, better experience overall versus calling just the listing agent. Hopefully this gives you some good ideas. It can be a great way to navigate the whole buying process without getting unnecessarily frustrated. Have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.